The Skate 4 test leak, play leak, whatever the hell it's called, the pre-alpha, is 10 and a half months old. It is a build from September of 2021. And the developers had this to say about the playtest leaks. We're aware of an earlier version of the game that's been distributed without our authorization. This build is from September 2021 and was never intended for external use. While we understand you're excited to get into the game, we encourage you to be careful when downloading files from unknown sources and remind you of the potential consequences of breaking EA's term of service. The best way to get the chance to play is by signing up for Skate Insider playtesting as we continue to invite more and more players into the game throughout the year, and I'll try to get a link down below in the description box to that. So for anybody that's looking now to be able to download this playtest leak, I can tell you where it is. The same place where my eyebrows went. Okay? Literally gone. However, I did test the game out, but it stays between you and I and the 3 people that are going to see this video. I had a lot of fun, and it's going to bring me to my next point, the next article of somebody who spoke of the leak. But you have to be careful because a lot of people, based on that playtest, are stating that the game is nowhere near finished. It's probably not going to come out until fall of 2023 based on the current build, but that's the problem. What we just saw was not the current build. Like I said again, it is almost, not quite, a year old. It's 10 and a half months old. Okay? So here we go. Some of the cool things that I noticed, and this is not my article, but I agree with these points. The city you play in seems massive. No, it doesn't seem it. It's effing big. So was Skate 3, though. Bus stops act as fast travel points around the map, and that's true. When you pull up your map, you'll see a bunch of bus stops. You click on them, and you just simply fast travel to them. You can choose to push with the sticks, which I believe is the first time in franchise history. There's a decent amount of character customization with clothing and accessories, although there wasn't any in the pre-alpha, because your character was like a black silhouette. There's a home park, kind of private training ground on the map, if you will. There's a theater mode, as well as a video editing tool. And there's in-game currency that seems to be in the game, but the details are a bit hazy, and that's why some people are speculating that this game could potentially be free-to-play. I don't know. He doesn't know. Nobody knows. The game seems to feel slightly faster than Skate 3, so it's absolutely faster than Skate 3. I would say noticeably, not like, oh my god, what's going on kind of fast. But it's faster. I would put it on par-ish in terms of the speed. Maybe a smidgen faster than Skater XL. I mean, I didn't exactly do them side by side, but I did play all 3 games yesterday within the span of an hour. And that's just my impression. Skate 3 is slower. Skater XL, if you've played that, which is a higher likelihood of a chance you've played that game if you're watching this video and you're into the skateboarding genre, as a little bit quicker, for sure. And Skate 4 was the fastest. Not gross, turn off, ew, fast. Just, oh, that guy's got strong legs. Or girl. Whatever. I'm just saying. Realistic audio and birds chirping. Already implemented. It's all good stuff, they say. And even here is where they said that there's design elements in the game that make them think it could be free to play. Whether it is or not, we wouldn't expect this game before 2023 based on the leaked footage we've seen. But again, you can't do that. Unless they're talking about the trailer that the devs released not long ago, which, to be honest with you, I don't even remember if I've seen it. Yeah, so that's kind of confusing. Maybe they are basing it on that. I really don't know. Because there was that still working on it, right? Where the team thanked the fans for the positive reaction to still working on it. It's a trailer for the game. Anyways, I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be, and believe me, this is half the length of the other one, so a blessing in disguise that my other video didn't work. My microphone was off because of a Windows update. Okay. So there you have it. I'm excited. I'm impressed with the early build from last year, just how it felt. I really like the camera. It's not quite like Skate 3, not quite like Skater XL. So in Skater XL, you're kind of close to your character there. And what happens is it's a little bit on an angle, so you could see the skateboard. Skate 3, you could have it offset, like most games do now, to either side, or you could have it smack in the middle, which I personally like the ability to be able to do, sort of like in the game session. So far in Skate 4, there's close, so like Skater XL-like camera view, and a little bit further back. And what's really nice is when you're playing, you know how in Skater XL or some other games, you can hit the directional button to kind of offset to the other side? The camera does that naturally on its own. And I'm not sure if you can turn it off. I think you can. Because watching the menu kept crashing when I was playing Skate 4. Just don't tell anybody. It wasn't really working well unless you unplugged it from the internet. And I just, quite frankly, didn't spend too much time with it. Let's just say that it felt natural, and it was really nice. I was very impressed how it would smoothly transition from one offset to the next. And it wasn't like overly offset. Like if you remember the very first Watch Dogs game, for example, that bastard was so offset, it was ridiculous. But then in Watch Dogs 2, the one with Marcus, that one was a lot better. He was a little bit more centered, still a little off to the side. Still don't get that offset bullshit. For some games, that makes no sense. I mean, look at Spider-Man Miles Morales in recent memory, Zelda Breath of the Wild. Those characters are smack dab in the fucking middle. But then when you look at a game like San Andreas, we could see why that doesn't work well. Because CJ pulls out, pop, 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 a weapon, but because you're directly behind him, and it's not like a slight isometric view, he puts his arms out. It looks like he's got no arms. You don't know if he's holding a fucking carrot, a dildo, or a 9mm. You can't tell. So in other games, they kind of offset it a little bit. I like how they do it in Batman. Most of the games where you walk, you're off to the side, kind of zooms it in, but once you're in the action, kind of brings the character out and in the middle, slight isometric, and it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Marvel's Avengers, no reason on earth to have your characters a little off to the side. Makes no sense. Maybe more with weapons, like a game like Hitman, where you walk, you're fairly centered, and then when you shoot, what does Hitman do that I love? Crams the guy at the bottom left of the screen and puts the arm with the weapon on an angle so that you could see the arm, you could see the weapon you're holding. It makes it look nice. It's aesthetically pleasing. What happened to that part where I said I was going to wrap this up? Now this video ends up being longer than the one prior. At least I semi-stayed on track, but I got a little bit carried away with the OCD, with the camera and all that shit. If you liked the video, thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. You didn't like the video? Go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll just bend it in half, break it off in your ass, and I'll make sure when you wake up in the morning, your eyebrows are gone, and they're placed right here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be great now, wouldn't it? But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and perhaps I shall see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.